This is Sloan again for Apotheosis. We're back in a day with Zap Throwers, which I think is the strongest and most fun army to use in Legends right now. Just because it has so much value, Throwers is so strong. I really like this variation of 2 Earthquakes and 6 Zaps, just because you can use that extra Quake lots of times either for the RC with the Rock Spear Seeking Shield, which you use on the side of the base or wherever is most necessary, or you use it to just help with the Log Launcher, because you use the Log Launcher mainly. But I personally don't think that Throwers are going to get nerfed, because Thrower spam not working too well, right? We got people who are using it on me, not working too well. I used it yesterday, and I ended up having some pretty bad mistakes. But yeah, it's just it works out really well to actually counter it, as well as I did pretty well in this on my me account. I used it today, right? Let me switch to it real quick. It's not quite max and everything, so I don't have like max heroes all of that. It's close, but not quite. I went 320 with it, and I know funny thing with it. The funny thing. I use Valkyries in there because I don't have high enough level barbarians, so I can't use super barbs. So I use Valkyries instead. But the army's working perfectly fine. It's doing great in Legends on both accounts. So I want to get through example attack and then get to the Legend attacks. I hope you guys enjoy. So this is the attack I did on my mini account. I was looking at this base. I was thinking, okay, there's two big Invis towers. With any other army besides Zap, Quake, you'd just be so upset, so enraged. So I'm thinking, this, not as much value, but if I get here, I can get this multi-gear and this Revenge Tower. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm literally just going to zap it. And then from there, you have to think, okay, where am I going to Warden Walk from? I see the Spitters facing out. So I'm thinking, okay, if I Warden from like over here or up here, I could have the best chance to not have my Warden die early. And there's a lot of damage on there, so I'm just making sure I keep my Warden alive. So I send the Warden, the Tesloons, the healers, and I send the 2 furnaces to help out. I zap out, and look at that zap value. Takes out everything. So I'm thinking about my warden is I want to spend my warden somewhere where he's not gonna die instantly. That's the biggest thing that I think about. So from here, I just make sure he makes a fun. I want to get rid of all of these buildings here. Then I can start my push into this section of the base, which is going to be the big chunk. And because I do have the RC that's sealed, the Seeking Shield, excuse me, and the Rocket Spear, I just use her on the side where I don't send my throwers. Now my Warden does get a little bit low. He does have a ton of HP with the Life Gem, so if worst comes to worst, he pops the ability for the Life Gem. He gets some active HP, and if you get too scared, you can just drop down a totem or a free spell to help keep your ward alive. Or rage spell. Sometimes rage spell, if you have to go into heavy damage, a rage spell is gonna be needed. But there wasn't that heavy damage here. So from here, literally just wall breaker in, and then just push in the throwers, the ice golem, the log launcher. Log launcher soon enough, right? Yep, there we go. Then you want to use an ice golem for the queen, and then the king to help funnel at the bottom. Now it is kind of tricky sometimes. Do you want to use an ice golem for the throwers or not? I've been using it not on the ice golem for the throwers more often than not because they have tons of HP, especially with the warden there. And I use the RC to help path. And she's going to help take out this top section up here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, but you see how I'm using the totems? I only have 2 totems. I'm using them to help keep the long shot distracted, as well as I use them for the revenge tower. So you think about the revenge tower and the long shot. Those are the 2 biggest issues here. So my RC, she takes out this whole section, which is nice. And the thrower is pushing right into this core, and the Super Valkyrie is going to be like a little rage spell in the core. So Super Yetis and these throwers are going to be just raged up through here. And once again, this long shot, it's annoying, so I freeze it. The free spell ideally is used either on a revenge tower, that's the best value you can get, or on a long shot. So I'm here, the druids for the queen. Once again, druids for the queen is basic. I see there's no air damage up here, so I send minions up top. Now I do have the Valkyries, I don't have the barbs, right? So I use a Skelly spell to strike this Ricochet cannon. I send the Valkyries in here to help clean up this top side because I do not want a time fail. And from here, I still have this Rage spell, which I'm just going to drop here. Help my throwers get through this whole wall section. I still have the King, still have the Queen ability, and it's just overkill. It's literally like the perfect type of ace for Zap throwers, just because you can get so much Zap value. All that Zap value. If you can get any Zap value in a base, the best army to follow up 9 times out of 10 is just going to be throwers, just because how strong they are in the meta right now, and how well they synergize with the Life Gem and the Rage Gem and the Warden. It's just the best option. It really is. And this is an easy peasy base. Swag Queen ability. Could have swagged the King ability, but I didn't even care about that. But yeah, throwers, Zap throwers, pretty strong right now. Only 320 on this account. So this is my second, oh yeah, first hit on this account actually. So I'm looking at the base. I'm thinking, okay, there's huge Zap value right in the center. If I can take out the multi-gear and the revenge tower. I don't know why I keep saying multi-gear when I click the revenge tower. The bomb hive and this rage tower, just take it out completely. There's just not enough damage left in the base anywhere. As well as the spitters are facing down, so look where the spitters are facing. I see this mono up here. As long as it's not baited up here for a log launcher, which I'm gonna test because people have been baiting it. There might be like spring traps, there might be like air traps. So I test for the bait. My warden can easily take out the mono by himself, and then we're chilling. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So in the warden up top, I'm going to test first, though, just to make sure it's not baited. Use an archer, use a test loon, They're definitely testing. Looks like there's no traps. You know what? I just full send it. The Teslins, the healers coming on through. And then I'm gonna zap down here, take out this whole section. I know my warden's gonna be safe up here, so I'm safe to zap. Take out the entire section. That is a juicy, and it covers the Giga Bomb as well, which is just so nice. But the warden easily wins the 1v1 with the mono, especially the life gem, rage gem. He's not even taking any damage here. Like the mono just goes straight down. So the question here is, do you want to go left or do you want to go right with the throwers? And honestly, it doesn't make too much of a difference. But I see two Ricochet cannons here, so I go left to the throwers. That's my idea at least. And this is why I really like to have the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear. For this section here, the RC can take it all out. I use Ice Golem for the Queen. I use an Ice Golem for the throwers as well in this base in particular because there's two Ricochet Cannons and a Scatter here, so I want to make sure I get through there. So I have my King and my Queen walk around the left side. I'm clearing out this section here before I use my RC so I can get as much value with the Seeking Shield as such on this part of the base. Which you really want to take out this part because that helps with time because everything's going to do the loop-de-loop through here. I'm using the totem for the long shot. RC coming on through. She's going to take out that top side for me, which is really nice. Have the, what is it called? The Super Yeti and Super Valkyrie going in through the core. And from here, I use the Druid, help keep the Queen alive. The Druid just gets some nice value. And now I just got to worry about this bottom part, which is CC, as well as this long shot, which I'm just going to freeze the long shot, freeze the Inferno. Freeze is really nice on Raged Inferno Towers as well, just because you can't do anything with the totems, so it's annoying. My king, he is going to be sacrificed here by the header to CC, but that's okay. They got the king, that's fine. And I'm using archers and such back here. And look, I have 5 barbarians and I have a skelly spell. And there's just a ricochet cannon back here. There's no other good spot for a skelly spell besides the super wizard tower, but there's multi-inferno, multi-inferno. So I'm going to do is a little tricky over here. I'm going to use a skelly spell to distract for the ricochet cannon. And this is barbarians in. So the ricochet cannon is distracted, barbarians coming on through. And I'm going to rage up this one thrower here. One thrower raged up with healers because that's all my healers are. If he can take out this Inferno and take out that section, I'm set. And also, unfortunately, Barbarians, they didn't quite get the Ricochet can. I probably could have staggered them. Send like 3 here and then send 2 for the Ricochet. That would have got that for sure. But yeah, this raged up thrower is putting in work. I want him to take out this one, builder hut. Not quite. That's okay. So I pop the Queen ability because I know it's about to be a whole bunch of splash damage from this long shot. So I want the long shot not to hit all my throwers through here. I want it to hit like a clone queen. I wanted to hit like the giant, not just all the throwers. It's little things like that that can make all the difference there. So from here, the throwers easily take out this builder head in the center, and it doesn't even matter for the rest. The rest, that thrower, it doesn't even matter. It has to take out that long shot. Long shot's gone, and it's easy peasy 3-star. Easy peasy. That honestly is a really fun one, just because you kept the long shot alive, and it worked out. It really did. So for this base, you look at it, you see, okay, this is toxic. This is toxic. This base is really good for defending thrower spam. But look at this value here. If you just zap this, you're set. And so if you're zapping out this side, you want to get good log launcher value. So you want to come in from the other side to get good log launcher value. So I send the board at the bottom, Teslins, the healers, the furnaces, just pushing right on through. And I'm just going to push through this direction. This direction. I had to wait to do my zap as well to make sure it's not baited with Tesla or something to help kill the warden. Because that would be awful. So log launcher push right on through this way. And the idea is just push the king in here. So he's going to take out this and everything's going to funnel in. The queen. And I have the RC to help push in the core as well. Wall breaker in. And then coming right on through. The throwers, the ice golem, and the log launcher. We'll push straight through here, open up these walls for me, which would be really nice. The queen, I probably could have dropped the king sooner because unfortunately, you're going to see the queen's going to walk around. She's going to be a little bit, not the right speed. So from here, you just make sure you distract the long shot with the totem. You have a free spell to help get through the rage tower. You have a rage spell to help get through here. So you literally have all these spells to help you get through this big old chunk right here, which is going to be a very deadly. Send the RC and she's going to help take out this core. She's going to help take out the flank as well. The king, unfortunately, is going to be dead, but that's okay. And from here, make sure you take out this long shot. Going to freeze him because his splash damage is massive damage to the throwers. It's like the one thing that actually does like insane damage to them it by himself. Everything else needs other defenses to do massive damage. But yeah, I have the poison, a skelly for this mono, which unfortunately was kind of bad usage because look here, it's inside of the multi-inferno tower range, which makes it absolutely worthless. So yeah, that wasn't very smart by me. And the queen was tanked for already, so that skelly spell was wasted. I could have used it back over here, been a lot better value. But from here, it's just clean up using minions and archers around the base. I should have used a minion here. I was thinking during this attack, a minion right here would have been absolutely perfect, but I didn't. And I didn't forgot I had another ice golem, let's just say. So I sent it here once I saw it, and he walked all the way across, and he got the perfect freeze to here. I popped the queen ability early because I want to make sure I get this giant to help tank for this scatter ricochet in the back and help keep my warden and my one thrower here alive. Then I had these barbarians help finish off too. And from there, that's just the rest of the attack, honestly. It's just make sure I drop the troops to help clean up and not too much more on this base. I think it was probably like 15 seconds left or something like that. It was a little bit closer on time just because I wasn't too effective. It was first time seeing this base with this army. I mean, I saw it. I knew I've seen someone one star with thrower spam. So I knew it could be an issue, but with zaps, just too much zap value. It's just too easy. It really is. Again, it's the same base, so it's the same exact idea, but I'm just gonna perfect the plan better. So I'm just gonna zap out right here, send the warning through the bottom. So I got the Tesloon, I got the healers. I mean, I can't even speak right. But also, I know it's last time to get as much zap value. So I see here, I'm zapping out better. I took out two builder huts as well. Last time, I missed those builder huts. I'm sure I could hit another building here, but I didn't want to mess up and end up risking, messing up it. I want to, like, lose a. Not get the bomb hive or something. So I only sent one wall breaker this time to make sure I funnel my queen in properly. Ice Golem, Log Launcher. I send in the throwers. We're pushing right on through. Make sure I send the king. I almost forgot to send him, which could have been extremely terrible. But yeah, I'm delaying my rage spell this time as well because I realize I'm not gonna need it, especially if I can send my other ice golem in on time. So my ice golem's pushing in. I'm using a totem to distract the long shot, and this log launcher's getting some decent value. Send a poison spell, and I'm sending the RC. Make sure my RC go directly into the center this time. Last time my RC went to like the left side, partially center. She got like this section here, but now she's helping take out this entire center. Send my druid in. Make sure I have everything to come right on through here, and as well as have the skelly spell, which I'm not sure where I'm gonna place. I'm gonna use it for the mono or what. Maybe. But yeah, I see the rage spell value now. Get through double ricochet cannon, fire spitter. There's a triple ricochet cannon on the back end actually. Triple ricochet cannon, rage spell, and these throwers aren't even being touched. The RC in the center with the Phoenix just provides so much extra value because she just tanks there. Look at the super boost tower. This expo tanked. And the queen popped her ability early too, because I want to get that massive damage to that core with that rage spell. Because all the damage on this base is in the center. So Wallbreaker push in some barbarians, but I don't send them all in because I know there could be traps and such. I don't want to just like lose something. So look, this one barbarian actually does hit some traps. I delayed my last barbarian. I take it out, and then from here, it's just finishing off. There's actually a Tesla in this corner, which is kind of annoying. I guess it's trying to bait a fireball, which makes sense. But yeah, from here, the base is done, and it's another easy peasy. That's how you perfect this base. So every time you attack base, you should be getting it down better. So I attacked this base 2 times in a row, and you know what? I got it down way better. Now I could have been. I just had to work on making sure I get the time right. Now unfortunately, I almost missed this building. Even in the replay, I almost missed that building. I could have sent my archers there sooner, but you know what? I think I had like 10 seconds left because I forgot to see that building. Other than that, I would have had like a whole like 30 seconds left. But yeah, make sure you look around. Make sure you look around. But another easy base. And then this attack. Well, you look at it, you see the spitters, they're pointing this way, so that makes you think I want to come in from this direction. But also, it makes you think maybe it's baited. Maybe they're gonna be baiting throwers from the bottom. Well, let's get into it. I see the best application probably right here. I can get this down with one quake and 5 zaps if I just do it effectively. So that's exactly what I'm gonna try to do. Send the warden from the bottom. Help take out this whole section. Use a rage spell. Help take out this section. Take out this whole section with the warden. And zap out here. Then there's just literally 2 straight paths. So a path straight for the throwers and a path straight for the RC to help take out the base. And everything will just meet up at the town hall, which can be a risky approach. I'm checking for bait here too. We got Archer, Wallbreaker, Tesloon, and it's like okay, you know what? It looks fine. I see some giant the air bombs here. I'm like, uh-oh. I mean, it's probably baited because why there's just black air bombs on the outside there. So yeah, from here I zap, and you know what? I missed the zaps. I missed the zaps, and I mess up the quake. And here I could have quaked again, and I took down the inferno, but I quaked too slow because I thought it would have been down already. And yeah, I don't get the Inferno Tower. And that's where things start going awry. I rage spell keep everything alive in this Warden, and I use a totem to help keep the Warden alive too. So from here, I used all my spells except for 4: a poison, a totem, a skelly, and a freeze. And look how far away that town hall is between 2 rage towers. Yeah. You can already guess what's gonna happen. I disaster is gonna strike, and this is not gonna be fun. This is after looks like my 12th attack of the day. I guess it was bound to have one mistake, right? After what 12 3 stars in a row, you're bound to mess up, bound to get false confidence coming on through. Now that Inferno's still up. Now Inferno is gonna put in some damage here. Use the RC to help on the flank. The Queen coming in, the King coming in as well to help funnel push in. And now nothing's gonna funnel right. That Inferno Tower's still up, so these throwers are gonna start looking left. And the Queen RC is actually, the Queen and King actually is gonna help take out this right section. So that's gonna push my throwers even more left. So nothing's funneling correctly because that Inferno Tower is still up. At the same time, I'm misusing all my spells too because I'm just annoyed at this point. I know. There's no chance for me. There's no chance for me. I tried using this Skelly spell here a little bit early because I knew I was gonna get this Inferno Tower down here soon. You know what? I do, but at that point, it's not gonna matter. My queen's, she's already basically dead. If I had a totem right here, I've been set. Well, this town hall, look at it. No, if I had a totem, one totem. No. No, it's 1 HP. I send barbarians in too. I was thinking, okay, hopefully they'll hit the town hall. But there's a ricochet cannon here, and they go for the ricochet cannon. I didn't realize the town hall was literally 1 HP. Man, that makes this even more painful. That makes it way more painful. Because in the actual attack, I saw that, I was like, oh, well, town hall's probably full HP, so you know what, I'm cooked. But if I would could have had that one totem by using the warden early, if I could have saved that for back here, man. Well, it happens. The quaking, I gotta get the quakes right. I mean, that's saw me messing up the zaps. How do I do that? That's embarrassing. Then I see this base, this one definitely looks toxic. But if I get these two right here, that's huge value. And if I come from the bottom, that's gonna be going to two spitters or rage tower. That's too much damage. Coming from the top, that's too much early damage for my warden. So I have to literally come in from one of these two corners, the left or the right corner, just because there's not too much damage there to kill my warden. I don't have to use spells to keep him alive. So that's what I do. Warden, test loons, healers, and two furnaces pop on through, and I zap quick out the bomb hive and revenge shower combo just because that's always gonna be the best option. If you see that combo there, take it. Always. Just because those two, you have to use so many spells to get through them. But yeah, I'll make a quick funnel here, send Ice Golem, I send Throwers, Ice Golem here because there's gonna be a lot of damage through here. I noticed in my RC through this bottom side to help take out this section. I'm gonna send the log launcher in. I'm trying to make sure the fire spirit is not gonna hit the log. You know, it kind of does. Ice going for the king queen combo. I know they're gonna get cooked this early too. That's the harsh part because all that damage. So I'm using freeze spell to help freeze the damage. Headhunter to help try to push through. Early druid. I'm gonna have to use an early king ability because he's getting cooked. He's getting the work on him. I'm using a totem as well to help distract through this rage tower. On rage towers, I like to put a totem directly in the center. Just because it distracts everything in the center away from the army. And I'm using a poison for the CC. I know it's annoying headhunters. King's getting cooked. Queen's up top. I'm using Skelly spell to try to get barbarians to go in. RC push on through. So barbarians try to take out this bomb. Oh, that's what happened to them. Oh, look at all those spring traps. Oh, they're baiting thrower spammers on the top. Three barbarians got sprung. I was wondering how that multi-gear stayed up for so long. RC the thrower combo helped take out the long shot. I'm using archers at the bottom to help clean up, pushing right on through. And now I finally take out that multi-gear. The other barbarians got sprung too. That's 5 spring traps on him. And this would be toxic, very, very toxic for a thrower spam. You'd be getting a 1-star probably. Because you're coming from the bottom, you're going to double rage showers, double spirit zone. You're coming from the top, your thrower's getting sprung. So from here, I'm just using my cleanup troops. I had the race spell here, using it my heroes to help push through this section because I want to make sure the healers got as much value as they could before I got through the rest of the base. So I have as much army alive as possible. From here, I just drop a cleanup. I have one barbarian up here. I'm sending up top. And it's just going to clean up this top section. Queen's coming on through. These throwers coming on through. And this one thrower took all the healers. I guess 2 or 3 of them. He took 3 of the healers. So you know what? I just let him, right? Not much I can do at that point, honestly. The cleanup up top's working out well. And yeah, this one thrower just does so much value. I will say been more value that thrower and the healers went the other way, right? But you know what? When in Rome, if he's over here doing his own thing, you know what? Just let him do his own thing. Yeah, we finished out the bases a little bit close on time, a little bit close on troops. So you know what? A three's a 3. Oh, look at all these giant bombs are up here too. Yeah, this top side was baited. I saw air traps there too. Man, good thing I didn't go up there. My warden would have probably died on drop. I would have been upset. That'd been miserable. See this base? It's toxic. It is very, very toxic, but it allows you to have a quick plan. So I see 2 rage towers. I definitely want to have an icicle somewhere for this top side. In the center, that's the value of having the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear. the RC, she can solo the center by herself, which is what I'm gonna have to do. But this bomb hive with zap throwers, I know it's the most annoying thing for me typically is gonna be the bomb hive, and as well as you can avoid using as many spells with them. So I can use just literally one quake and four zaps to take out this bomb hive. But the mono is here. The mono takes five zaps and one quake. So that's just what I'm gonna do. So I have one extra quake to use for the RC. Now for entry, there's no really good entry from this side or this side because you're gonna have all this damage down here and all this damage up top. So literally, it's coming from the bottom where they're baiting the log launcher. But I want to check to see if, like there's anything too toxic there for like throwers because it's just toxic. So I'm pretty sure what I do from this point is I send an ice golem and a balloon to be able to trigger the giga bomb here to also test if there's anything massive there, like any spring traps or anything, air bombs. So I'll be able to keep my warden alive. Because I don't want that to die. It takes 18 housing space to trigger the Giga Bomb, right? Or is it 20? Either way, it is enough where I need to send my ward in there, and he's going to take too much damage. So yeah, pop right through there. Ice Golem, the Ice Golem jumped. But yep, from here, the Teslins, the healers, the furnace. Make sure the furnaces don't get by the mortar as well. From there, I use five quakes and five zaps and one quake. Excuse me, to help take out that section, just like I was saying. From here, I switched to a siege barracks. Siege barracks on bases, we're going directly into the town hall, just because you're not going to have log launcher value. And it was good to help your king and queen on the flank. So I sent Thor's in early because I don't want a time fill. That'd be miserable. So yeah, the siege barracks on the right, the queen, the king. The queen, she's actually in target by the fire spitter, which is pretty annoying. So she's losing everything right here. She lost her unicorn. From here, Wallbreaker try pushing my Thor, so we'll make sure they get this town hall down, because that'd be tragic. I walk around the entire base. The town hall's still here. But look, these P.E.K.K.A.s and wizards just provide so much value on the outside, especially in these style of bases where all the damage is in the center. Because they just stay alive the entire time, clean up, help keep your king and queen alive. But yeah, from here the throwers easily get the long shot, easily get the town hall down, which is what I was needing. And also, they're kind of really going close to that center. So I'm gonna earthquake early to make sure they can help take out that center. But yeah, pop King ability early because I knew he had hit some good value through here. Another Ice Golem coming on through. Got the RC, pop a Rocket Spear Sinking Shield. Make sure I line her up so her Sinking Shield's going to get in the center. I had to use a long shot because it popped my queen. I mean, I told him for the Revenge Shower because it popped my queen. So I freeze this Inferno in this Rage Shower because that was going to do all the damage to my heroes right here, which I don't want them to get massive damage on them, right? So my queen just had her ability. I want her all three queens to help clear up this rage tower section, which they do, luckily, and the RC coming on through, as well as the queen up top is getting some nice value. Actually, wait, is she dead? Yeah, the queen's dead. Never mind. That's the clone queen. That's the clone queen. But from here, the RC, this is why I really like to have the Phoenix, because she's getting some nice value through here. She helped me take out this Ricochet Cannon with the Giant. And that Phoenix can get some decent value too, right? Out, down, we'll go these last few buildings through here. Now, it looks like this is going to be kind of close. That's what it looks like. Because there's a multi-arch tower still up. There's some other troops. I use my barbarians to help take out this archer tower. And help clean up the section. Help push my throwers into the heavy damage of the bottom. Now, my giant, I look at him. I realize he was one single HP. One single wizard tapped him, got him out. So from here, I have two barbarians. And I'm thinking, I do not want a time foul. I believe I had about 30 seconds left at this point. So I knew my throwers, I know how much HP they had, but they had no healer. So I knew if they got touched too much, they could be cooked. So I sent barbarians help distract for the multi-arch tower. So that's two of the three beings of the multi-arch tower distracted for right here. So these throwers have no issues, and Super Yeti half HP. I didn't know how much HP the Super Yeti had. But yeah, a pretty easy approach for this base. Been a bit better if I would have got, my king and queen ability better value. But you know what they popped? They got auto pop basically. So it is what it is. But yeah, not too difficult approach either. But that was pretty fun too, just because the RC in the center, I just find that fun. Then this base, this one's actually pretty quick, but this one made me think a little bit because these spitters, they're facing away. If I log onto here, it is never, I repeat, never make it into the town hall. It might make it here. It's not making all the way there. So I cannot log launcher from there. If I log launcher from here, I'm going to double spitters, and it's probably just me baited. So I have to find a way to log launcher through a rage tower. So that means I send the warden here. He's probably gonna die early. It's just too much damage. It might be baited. Might be baited for thrower spam. That's my guess. I don't want to send the warden there. So I'm sending him on this left side. So I'm gonna let the warden take out this left side, as well as the thing I really hate on these attacks with throwers is the bomb hive. So if I just zap out right here, I have to use all my zap spells and the quakes. Take out because super wiz towers are high HP. I take out this right here. Then there's this center is not gonna be any damage at all. which be fine. So I'm literally just gonna send the warden to the left here. Let him make the funnel, and once he makes the funnel, I can send the RC down here to take out this, because this is some big damage down here. The multi-gear, the Inferno, which is not typically what I would do. I wouldn't usually use the RC early like that, but because I don't want anything to path away, my queen and my army, my throwers to path this way, I'm gonna do that. So RC, so Seeking Shield, and then Rocket Spear. I'll take out this section, as well as I'm gonna send my throwers here in a second to help pull in. I use an Ice Golem early because there's gonna be some massive damage up here. And the question is, do I send the long condition now or not? I send it now just to make sure I push through. The queen, of course, the throwers. The question is here, the tricky part in my mind is, where do I send the king? I send him here, he's just gonna die out there. But I send him over here, he can help tank these heroes in the long shot, which will help provide better value for my throwers, is what my thinking was. So make sure you use just a Skelly spell for this mono. Help provide my queen value. Have no Ice Golem as well, which I'll use for my queen. So my king, he's taking some damage. I use a totem to help distract the rage tower. I like to put it right in the center of the rage tower. This provides the best value for me. King ability pops. He helps take out the entire rage tower section with spiky ball, because that area was health softened up by the log launcher, which is a nice little combo. Log launcher, spiky ball. I haven't really thought about that before, but that's pretty fun. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, these quad heroes just being super annoying up there. I make sure I send my druid in for the queen, because she's getting wrecked by this X-bow. From here, I totem this revenge tower. I just realized, oh, this base is cooked. That's what I'm thinking at this point. So I freeze the Revenge Tower. I have the Rage spell pushing on through. So my army is just going to be able to help massively just one-shot everything in this section with the Rage Tower. My Queen ability pop, have the Druid help heal her up. I'll get through this Rage Tower section. So Rage Tower is getting cooked from two angles, right? But I have an Ice Golem that I kind of forgot about. It's kind of an issue. I keep forgetting about my other Ice Golem. So I seen the Ice Golem help tank for my Barbarians, help clean up with time. So my throwers easily take this out. My Giant easily take out the Ricochet Cannon. And it's over, right? It's over. I really like the mini rage spell from the Super Valkyrie too. Look how fast these throwers are now. They easily got through that section. And it's cooked. It is cooked. This is a fun one. I really enjoyed this base. That's how quick it was. Even though it was an annoying one to approach, it still worked out decently well. I'll say that. And then this base. This one, a little bit toxic. If I come in from the bottom with the Warden, that's probably going to be a decent spot to come in. Just because there's just not going to die. But that makes it getting into Town Hall very tricky. Coming from this side, the Warden's dead. Coming from over here, I think it's the best option just because I'll be able to take out this section. And for the zaps, I really, really, really hate the Bomb Hive. As well as I can use less zaps and quakes and be able to take out the Inferno Tower as well. I'm using Siege Breaks here too to help path for my King Queen, help clean out this section of the base. So I zap out the Bomb Hive, I zap out the Inferno as well, and that Rage Tower. So that gets a lot of that center section down, where I'll be able to have my RC help take out the rest of that center section, no issues. That's the idea at least. Right here, I want my throwers to go right. You know what they're doing? They're going left. They're going left. I didn't funnel properly. This is my last day of the day, so you know what? I'm just kind of cooked at this point, thinking, well, at least they're in 1 star. That's what I'm thinking, because I know from this point, there's just no chance. Ice Golem for Ricochet can't help keep my King Queen alive. I use a totem to distract this Revenge Tower. And from here, I didn't even realize that my Warden's being targeted, because I'm focused on my RC here. I just quaked. My Warden died. I'm here thinking, well, GG. GG. RC Rock Spear taking out the core, which is what I wanted. The King Queen, they comboed around this right side. They're helping get some damage on it. They lure the CC, help take it out. Need my RC to get some extra value, but you know what? She's going to get targeted here. She's going to take it out. This Giant's not going to do as much as I wanted. If I could have had the throwers go this way, it'd been 0 issues. But you know what? I messed that up. I messed up the pathing. So from here, I'm just a little bit cooked. I got a Rage spell, a Skelly spell, a Totem spell, a Freeze spell, some Barbarians, and a Wall Breaker. And a Dream. And there's some Ice Golems coming, and there's a minute left in this attack. I have to get through this section, 20% in a minute, which might not seem like much. But when there's no Rage Gem on the Warden, the throwers, they're kind of slow. They don't do as much damage as you want. And then double Ice Golem, that double Ice Golem alone just took 15 seconds up. So I sent a Barbarians and Ricochet Cannon. I want to distract the Totem. But unfortunately, I missed the Totem on this Ricochet Cannon. So, you know what? I had to use a free spell. So my Barbarians didn't get as much value. So I wasted a spell there, taking out that Ricochet Cannon. which does not bode well for us attack. From here, I have a rage spell, which I'm just going to use in the throwers to get to this rage tower. I'm just going to fast forward it, as you can just imagine what's going to happen. If I had a free spell, this would be a different story. You know what's the worst part? The worst part of this is all the air traps right here took out my healers the last second. If I could have these healers, I've been set as well. Or with a free spell, I could have got more value too. You know what? It'd be okay. Last of the day, first 2-star of the day. You know what? Out of 16 attacks, 1 2-star. I'll take that. I'll take that. The rest are better. Now we did end up going 286 on this count, which is all right, right? Got some okay defenses, getting at least 8 trophies, hopefully some more. We've been resetting top 300 in this count, right? I'm pretty sure that's where I reset. I did the math earlier, so I didn't actually check. But yeah, 103. Oh, I guess it was top 310. So yeah, I'm getting decently up there. I should be able to maybe like maintain my rank, but it depends on how many trophies I get on defense. What does that put me in the U.S., right? 10. Oh, my right head, Jay Z. All right, Jay Z. I see you. I see you. But yeah, 320 in my mini account, which is not quite as high because my defense has been kind of lacking on that account. I've been trying to get that defense better. I just gave it my base I've been using. That should help because the one I've been using, kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so 320 a day with it. It's pretty decent defense compared to my other account. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, appreciate if you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe.